Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel for your Monday dose of Chelsea FC news. I've got a sneak suspicion about this upcoming week. I believe it's going to be a big one. We've got a friendly against Bournemouth on the 27th, which means 6 things we learnt, of course, here on the GBFC channel. And there's also, well, there's a guy. I said I wasn't going to talk about him anymore. But do you know what? The whole weekend, I was getting excited because I thought, it's okay. We got a friendly in Ireland. We're playing against Drog Header. Everyone loves a bloody Drog Header. Just ask anyone who's a Chelsea fan from 2012. We bloody love it. No, cancellation because of COVID-19. And to keep things serious away from the Drog Header reference, whatever, it was a bit daft, I know. But it was Charlie Masonda, supposedly, in the Chelsea camp who got COVID-19. And you just got to say, this guy cannot catch a break for love nor money. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. There was no friendly. And I'm there just, again, doing what I flipping do. You know, I'm scouring the internet for Chelsea news. Is there a leak somewhere saying, Chelsea have made a bid for flipping, I don't know, Hulk? I was looking for that, to be honest. It's got to this point now where I'm like, we haven't bid for anybody yet. So probably we're doing something behind the scenes to get Hulk to come to Chelsea again. I was, just deliberating with myself the whole weekend as to what is actually going to happen with this transfer window. You look through Twitter and you just see a bit of a catastrophe, to be honest. Everyone is freaking out, thinking we're not going to sign anybody. If we have the same team that played the Champions League final, then we might as well get relegated. It's just an absolute outcry. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? It's absolutely okay because we're going to sign Erling Haaland. I've always thought it. If you agree with me, hit the like button on today's video. We're going to talk about Haaland again in a moment. There was an update. I don't know if it's an update or it's just a bit of a... I don't know. I'm thinking about what it really is. We're going to talk about that today. But I do believe this week we're going to make a bid. Whether it's rejected or accepted, I think Chelsea will submit a concrete, tangible bid to Borussia Dortmund to secure the signature of Erling Haaland. However, first things first, we want to talk a little bit about Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher, as I said in the video I did with Alex Goldberg, is one of the players who this season, there is a question mark over his name regarding whether or not Thomas Tuchel will want to feature him in the squad this season. Me and Alex decided that it was between either him or Ruben Loftus-Cheek as to who gets the nod. And it looks to me, if you look at the images that we're seeing behind closed doors of the Chelsea friendlies, not the friendlies, the training sessions, it looks to me as though Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Thomas Tuchel are striking together a little bit of a bond, which I know it's just images and they could literally be telling each other how much they hate one another, but we don't get to see that side of things. Not going to happen. I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Thomas Tuchel are definitely on par, which to me suggests that Conor Gallagher might be on his way on loan. The good thing about this is there are 3 established Premier League clubs who are looking to sign Conor Gallagher on loan this season: Crystal Palace, Newcastle United and Leeds United, who have already signed Lewis Bate from us last week for £1.5 million. So, do I think this is a good idea? Yes, I do. I think Conor Gallagher is a very, very good footballer. I think eventually his tenacity will be desperately needed by Thomas Tuchel, and I hope that I sit here next July, the end of July, beginning of August, when Chelsea players are all there for pre-season and Conor Gallagher is finally a man who is destined to join the first team. And I think a move to either Palace, Newcastle or Leeds is not only going to give him a part to play in a side who I think will probably stay up. I thought Crystal Palace might have gone down, but they're making some serious waves in the transfer market. Newcastle, he's always going to have a big part to play there. They seem to be struggling season by season. And Leeds under Bielsa. Again, an interesting team, whether you agree or disagree with the way they play. Conor Gallagher will certainly learn as a footballer playing underneath Bielsa. So, if Conor Gallagher is to move to one of those 3 Premier League clubs, I would certainly say either Palace or Leeds would be my preferred as a fan of both Conor Gallagher and wanting the best for Chelsea's players in their loan moves. Let me know what you believe will happen in the comments down below. And I want to bring it back to a post that was made over the weekend. I didn't report on it across the weekend because, well, I was away for a birthday and I thought I'd save it till Monday so that we can really use the energy of the beginning of the week, I'm feeling it this week. I think good things are going to happen to Chelsea Football Club this week, not just because we're actually playing in a televised friendly against Bournemouth that I'm bloody excited about, to be honest, but We've also got the GBFC new graphics, new player pictures and stuff to be using this week. And I've just got a feeling that Erling Haaland is going to come to Chelsea again. I know some of you are going to get peed off here. There was a post from CFCNEWSPAGE over the weekend. Now, if you don't know CFCNEWSPAGE, they report very well, actually. I like the way that they organise things in terms of the images they use on social media and the way it actually links in with the text they put in the descriptions. And they partnered up with Simon Phillips, who is a very well-known journalist in the Chelsea community. And Simon obviously trusts CFCNEWSPAGE enough to be able to partner with whoever CFCNEWSPAGE is in order to report Chelsea news for us. Now, there is talk that Chelsea this week will be submitting an imminent, at the moment, bid of £130 million for Erling Haaland, knowing that it will be rejected. Why? Why would you do that, Chelsea, you may ask? Well, it's just the nature of the beast. It's the way that finances in football, bids, transfers, it's the way it's always going down. And then they'll up the bid to 150 million or whatever, or some people are saying they'll just sit at 135 and hope that it's going to happen. Chelsea and their business. I say this in every single Chelsea FC News video that I've posted since we came back to posting videos here on GBFC. When Chelsea are operating in silence, there is two ways you can look at it. One of them is we have a summer like we did a few years ago where we sign absolutely nobody, have a catastrophic season, and then we just do the cycle again, new manager, this. Thomas Tuchel has just won German Manager of the Year. Congratulations to him. He's also just become European champion with Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea Football Club just so happened to be a team who, despite the global pandemic, are financially in a very comfortable situation. It's not like sitting in a leather chair that the leather's been there for 30 years, wiped off, and you've got the sponge in the middle. Chelsea have been polishing their chair very nicely, and we're currently sat on the European throne. So therefore, the silence that some of us are currently perceiving as a lack of business, a lack of drive, or a lack of ambition from Chelsea Football Club to not build upon that Champions League winning season that we had last year, I believe that all of those negative opinions are in fact a load of codswallop. And this week, we are going to see Chelsea test the resolve of Borussia Dortmund for their star Norwegian striker, Erling Haaland. And I firmly believe that by the end of this week, even if the CFCNEWSPAGE headline is correct and this imminent 130 million bid is placed that Borussia Dortmund rejects, I believe that Chelsea will go out and spend that extra money that Borussia Dortmund are asking for in order to make Erling Haaland a Chelsea player. And I think that the player sales that we've seen up until this point, where Chelsea have already bought in 50 million from player sales this season, and that is without even trying to offload Ross Barkley, who supposedly is going to be a target for either West Ham or Newcastle, which we've heard many times before. I think that Chelsea are going to get this one done. And I think this week, even though there's obviously the transfer window lasts until the 31st of August, I think this week could well be the deciding week as to whether or not Chelsea get this deal done. We know from the past that Chelsea's season always goes better when the business that we make is done earlier, so that players have longer to play together, the manager has longer to implement the strategy, the tactical approach that they want for the season. And I firmly believe this year that Chelsea are going to challenge for the Premier League title, whether Erling Haaland comes through the door or not. I think we'll sign a striker regardless, but the reason I push the Haaland one is because I just firmly believe he's going to come to Chelsea, the same way I did last year with Werner and Kai Havertz as well. People are saying to me, you keep tweeting about it as if you've got some kind of news that you're not allowed to share. As much as it would be wonderful for me to just carry on that narrative here, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't have any inside sources. I just have the positive flipping energy that I want to keep putting out there to the universe to enable us to get Erling Haaland over the line. But anyway, gonna wrap this one up here today. As I said, there's not that much bloody news for you all, so it's why I kept quiet over the weekend, and I wanted to inject you with the goodness on a Monday morning. But keeping things short and sweet, thank you guys so much for watching today. If you did enjoy this GBFC video, then why the bloody hell are you not subscribed? We're nearly at 200,000 subscribers. There'll be like maybe a minor beverage or two drank if I do manage to hit that number anytime soon. So if you want to see me with a beer in my hand at the beginning of the video, help me get to 200k, hit the like button. If you also feel that Erling Haaland is coming to Chelsea, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you all later. Come on, you Blues.